Hi, hi everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to Master Thief, known as Rape.
A lock, master, and son. Tough to crack. If I wanted to steal the eye, I'd concentrate on getting to 3 keys. Neatly folded and unused. Legrand hasn't slept since we cast off, nor on the train. If everything goes according to plan, the first time this monster is opened will be in the museum in Cairo. Fingers crossed.
Examine the desk.
Aha! That's the bullet the doctor removed from the Baroness's corpse. This is the pipe from the cargo hold. Legrand seems to have inspected it for fingerprints. I can still make out the powder. No. Nothing to see on the end of the pipe that the attacker held. Either he wore gloves or he cleaned the pipe. Legrand's file on the Raven. Centimeters thick, but totally useless. We're not dealing with the Raven. Why can't he see that? Our man is ruthless, a bomber, and quite probably a murderer. This file belongs in a museum. It's history. The inspector should concentrate on the present. There's nothing written on the bottle. I suppose it's some sort of stimulant, legal or not. Legrand has been awake for at least 30 hours straight, maybe more. I shudder to think what kind of side effects this stuff might have. A policeman on a murder investigation should have his wits about him. The risk that he could miss evidence or endanger himself and others is too high. A microscope. Looks like the one that Lutz Reichinger uses in his pharmacy, just more modern. There's nothing on the slide, and therefore nothing to see. I can't put the pillowcase under the microscope, but I don't need to. The burn marks are visible to the naked eye. Okay. I need a second bullet for a comparison. All right. that whoever shot the Baroness also fired the shot in the cargo hold. What could that mean?
And I've got another cheat. And it looks like it's Silverwood.
Another alarm. It was tripped at some point, but there's no way to determine when. Legrand must have taken them yesterday at the crime scene. Yes, that's how we found her yesterday, I think. I wasn't really myself at the time. No, nothing suspicious. A rough diagram of the ship. Legrand marked the Baroness's cabin. Seems like he didn't turn up anything else of note. Yes, the bed, the blood spot. The spot on the sheet is much bigger than the one on the mattress. There's blood on the blanket as well. A lot of blood, I say. The blanket and the sheet are gone. I guess they're in the medical center. This photo provides an overview of the crime scene. Shot in her sleep. She didn't feel a thing. She went to sleep and never woke up. Both bullets came from the same gun. That means that whoever shot the Baroness was also in the cargo hold. That fact may be important later. A masterpiece. Forensic teams use kits like these. They're placing increasing importance on the preservation of evidence. But not in Switzerland yet. It's a small lab used to conduct simple analysis on site. All right, what have we got here? Half of the tools in this box will be interesting for an archaeologist as well. Actually, forensics and archaeology are really quite similar to each other. The goal is to find out what happened, whether a few hours ago or a few centuries ago. Good Lord. Good Lord. What's this? Oh, how practical. A hermetically sealed cotton swab for collecting samples. I'll take it.
Wait, do we have it?
A small glass bowl for mixing chemicals. Aha! This is some kind of inventory list. For each chemical, it lists the chemical composition and a short comment on how to use it. And here's a list of the most important procedures. Fingerprints, gunshot residue, blood. I don't have to analyze the pillow and feathers to determine whether there's gunshot residue. I can smell it. And I don't have any other clues at the moment.
Alright, so now I need to go back to the where the murder was. Um,
Legrand must have taken and developed the photos himself. He even made copies and enlargements. He seems to be prepared for everything, with access to more resources than a normal detective. Smells like chemicals. Legrand probably developed the photos in here. There are still fragments of the syringe that the inspector broke in the sink. Why is he pushing himself like this? Even if he catches the Raven, is it worth ruining his career and his health?
right. Okay.
I always wanted to do that. That should be enough. There should be a ventilation shaft behind the hatch. Usually a good way to break in and out undetected. But we're on a ship. The ventilation shafts are very small here. I can't say why, and it seems impossible. But something tells me that the murderer entered and left the cabin through the door. The only question is how.
Like, yeah, I really enjoy playing this game. But the only thing I don't like is like the game gives you like some puzzles now and then. Especially the one I hate the most.
Good Lord, which of the... Wasn't there something about blood samples? Fingerprints, gunshot residue, blood. Well, it explains how to confirm that something is blood. That's a start. You have to mix luminol and a hydrogen peroxide solution and then drip or spray the mixture on the blood. The solution turns blue and glows even if there's just a very small amount of blood. Okay then, luminol and hydrogen peroxide. Aha! Luminol. And there's the hydrogen peroxide. I'll mix it with the luminol in the bowl. Okay, I can detect blood with this mixture. The clear solution turns blue if it comes into contact with blood. I think it's better to drip the solution on the swab instead of dipping the swab into the solution. Maybe oxygen is an issue, or it doesn't work if you use too much of the solution. First, I need to get the solution into the pipette. I can't analyze anything without it. Okay, I'm filling the pipette and putting it down very carefully. I'm sure Legrand could work magic in this alchemist lab. Me, I'm just awestruck. So, let's see what we have here. No blood. Not the slightest reaction. If I didn't make a mistake, and it wasn't that difficult, then the spot on the Baroness's bed isn't really blood. But if it isn't blood, what is it? And more importantly, why didn't Dr. Gebhardt notice anything? He was supposed to have examined everything. I'd say
It's time to visit the medical center. Oh no. Please don't say I'm gonna have to avoid it. Please no. Oh, frick. Whew. Okay.
It seems impossible that Dr. Gebhardt could have shot the Baroness. He was with me when the gunshot ran out, but he must have noticed that the Baroness was lying in a pool of fake blood. Maybe he's covering for someone. Let's find out. sink looks like it's been cleaned recently. I can't say whether it was clean to comply with the hygiene regulations or whether there was another reason. It's probably for emergencies, in case a passenger falls down and can't walk anymore. Possibly due to rough seas, or maybe the captain's well-stocked bar. Interesting. A tape on a reel. The reel belongs to a much better player, like the one from the Baroness's cabin. I can't be certain that this is the reel that was missing from the Baroness's cabin, but it seems quite likely. Okay. Nothing. Strange. There. Very interesting. A shot is audible on the tape, and the reel comes from the Baroness's cabin. It's all coming into focus. I guess the trash bin is in here. Right. Paper towels, plastic packaging, cartons, and... Hold on.
What? Glove.
What's this? A burst rubber glove. It's knotted, and there's a red liquid all over the inside that looks like blood. I'd bet good money that it's the same fake blood I found in the Baroness's cabin.
No, not you. I'm trying to. Wait. No, I'm pausing you. I'm trying to read.
Time to pay Legrand a visit.
The doctor. Well, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this episode of Raven, this is chapter 1. So, yeah, finally, chapter 1 is done. What's gonna happen to him? You'll find out in chapter 2. Anyway, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.